Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. I believe we are ready to start the process of exchanging Mazog for the dwarf prisoners.
Will you not speak with Akador?
Will you not speak with Akador? I know that Broin will want to be part of this final stage of the mission, and Akador must not let his anger blind him to the dangers of haste.
Tensions run high among the remaining elves of the Hidden God. One of their number slain, the other dying from a deadly poison. And now the dwarf Broin has disappeared on the eve of the journey's end.
The quest surely is falling apart. What is the meaning of this, Kippen? While you were recalling the scouts on the perimeter of Dol Guldur, the dwarf Broin vanished from Osgiliath. He told no one where he was going, and right on the eve of the exchange of Mazog for his kin. You had spoken for him, Kippen. You failed to speak for his cowardice. Do all dwarves abandon their companions when the road turns treacherous? The dwarf is not coming back. We do not know that, Akador. But it is difficult to see. It is not difficult to see. We came here for him, but only our friends have died, or are dying. Akador. No, Cuchulainn, I will not be silent. Why should he hold his tongue? He speaks words of truth. My kind have nothing but hatred for the dwarves. But for the elves, there was something else. There was fear. My father spoke of elves proud and terrible, as foes to be feared. Where are they now? Where are they now? They stand before you. Your words are empty, prisoner. No. It was the whim of the dwarves that brought you here, and they have abandoned you. That is not so, Mazog. Quell your speech, or it will be quelled for you. But he is not wrong, Cuchulainn. Where is Broin? He is here. The dwarf returns. What is this? There's little time to explain, Kippen, so I must be quick. After you gave the Ladris to Mazog, and the more I dwelled upon it, the more I came to regret that necessity. If only another dose could be made. I spoke with the elf Barvasane atop the great tower here in Osgiliath, and she said that more unmarked venom sacs of the Saithwill may be found, with time, but that the Serigloss flower is so rare that finding another one would be impossible. The conditions for such a flower to grow are so specific that only if the growing season could be slowed might such a flower still be found. I walked through the forest for many hours, heading north, and passed into the lands beyond the reach of the Golden Host. I walked and walked and walked, and just as I was about to turn back in defeat, I beheld the grave mound among the tangled undergrowth. A stream flowed by its side, and now and then a droplet of water splashed atop the mound, where bursting forth grew a single flower still in season. With the second Serigloss flower and another unmarked venom sac, another dose of Ladris might be made. And here it is. You need to drink this, Isuriel. There. Look, already Isuriel's strength returns. The Ladris is working to fight the Gweagle poison. I do not know what to say. While I railed at unjust fate, the dwarf combed the forest for many miles to find a way to save Isuriel. It should have been me, Kippen. I cannot believe I was beginning to listen to the words of Mazog. Now there are no delays. We will go to the gates and exchange Mazog for the prisoners and be done with him at last. That is a very fortunate turn of events, is it not? We are here at Dol Guldur, it looks like. Yeah, right at the gates. Crazy. Over here, Kippen. Big ass troll over there just waiting for me. I'm sorry, Kippen, give me just a moment. Brian leans on his walking stick and tries to catch his breath. I walked many miles to the north in search of the Sergloss flower, and though I have my father's hardiness, it was still the most taxing journey. That it ended in success, and that Isuriel will recover from the Gwingo poison was enough to give me further strength, but... One more moment, friend, I will have my breath back in a moment. Oh my, can I speak with you, Kippen? I was most wrong about the dwarf Borin, Kippen. I have come to regret my words about him, and perhaps about all dwarves. To make such seemingly futile journey in search of the one thing that might save someone he barely knows, someone not even of his own race. He showed a fortitude I had thought only elves could possess, and he did it with much less complaining than I have done. But look at him. His journey north into the far reaches of Mirkwood has taken a toll even on his stout form. He needs to rest. The guards at the gate ahead will see his exhaustion as weakness, and we cannot afford that. Will you tell him to remain here in such a way as to spare his feelings? He has proven himself to me and others for the rest of time. He has no need to accompany us for the rest of the way. He helped Isuriel, and now I wish to help him save his cousin and the rest of the dwarves. I do not want the guards at the gate to think we are weak, Kippen. They would not think so if they knew the distance I traveled in such a short time. Brian laughs. I wonder if that will mean the main verse of the glorious tale of Brian the Mighty after all. It did not seem so glorious when I was hurrying through the dark, tripping over stones and treacherous roots, searching for a flower that might not even exist in the world any longer. Maybe my part in all this is over, Kippen. I do not want to hurt the negotiation for Bori. I will remain here and guard the rear. I trust that Akador and the others will be able to fulfill this mission. Thank you, Kippen. It feels good to have a reason beyond revenge for this errand of ours. I still burn with hatred for the orcs, but now too I desire the rescue of the dwarves, whereas before it was only a vague purpose. We will do this now for Broin. Do not do this, quoth Grungis. Set me free, and I will trouble none of your kind. You're passing that gate, Mazog, willingly or unwillingly. I wonder at his reluctance to join his friends. I do not. I think Mazog may find he has few friends beyond those walls, and I think he knows it. It is time to go. What is this? Who dares approach this fortress? Only those with the courage to do so and an offer to make. An offer? What are the terms of this offer? They are not for your ears, gatekeeper. All dealings come through me. Sigilith, it is fine. We come bearing the orc Mazog, trespasser upon the kingdom of the dwarves. We seek to trade his life for the lives of the dwarves imprisoned within Dol Guldur. I cannot speak to this. Wait here, you will answer to those trolls if you try anything suspicious. They're pretty hefty, 150k morale each. Well, here we are, Kippen. Now we will see if this errand was not as foolhardy as it first seemed. I will have Kumath at the ready, in case we find our first belief justified. The gatekeeper returns. This way, you lot. A lot of trust we're putting in these orcs. I should have known this rabble was yours, Kippen. That's a very cool looking dude. I like his armor. And here we got some of the dwarves. Got three mistreated prisoners, but not the main dwarf that we're seeking. Your offer does not interest me, Kippen. What use do I, Gorthul, have for useless orcs such as Mazog, Lord of Caves? He is a lord of nothing. The dwarves crawl all over his caves like worms on moldy bread. Bolg would be ashamed of his son, and Azog would slay him for dishonoring his family line. But it would humor me to hold Mazog in the dungeons of this fortress until the world's ending, so he may have time to think about how he has failed his master. I will accept your offer. These 3 dwarves will go free, and I will accept custody of the orc Mazog. None of those dwarves is Bori, Kippen. I thought so. They have been cruelly mistreated and seem close to death. Where is Bori? These terms are not acceptable, Gorthul. Where is the dwarf Bori? The dwarf called Bori is not part of this deal. I have offered you the lives of these 3. I am receiving 1 prisoner, and you are receiving 3. You think this to be unfair? Consult with your associate, Kippen, if you must. I do not like this, Kippen. We must make Gorthul turn Bori over to us, in addition to these 3 dwarves, or we will have failed. What can we do? I cannot move. Perhaps you are right. Perhaps the deal is rather uneven. Oh, man. You must show mercy. These 2 for Mazog, then. Very well, if you're certain. Come here, orc. My powers are vast, but I must confess something to you. I do not possess the authority to treat with you. I am not the master of this fortress. I am merely a guest. No, these are the masters, and I did not consult them before making this deal. Therefore, it must be rescinded. Archers! Traitorous dogs! Can your sorcery match a dwarf's might? Gorthul's spell is broken. I can move again. I defy you and your fell master. Suddenly you hear the voice of Galadriel inside your head. Akardor, no.
You cannot stand against this foe.
Roran, Kippen, Kukuron, now. So we've lost another elf. It's very unfortunate. Akardor has fallen. We've been betrayed. Can't see, I didn't see it coming though. Lord Celeborn believed some of the Nazgûl had come to Dol Guldur, but did not know for certain which of the 9 had done so. Now we do, though it is of little comfort to us. The lieutenant of Dol Guldur commands the others. He is second only to the Witch King, he who hailed from Angmar in the north. The lieutenant of the tower rules the fortress. It is he who struck down Akardor. The Gloom of Nurd was a wild man of that land. It is peopled now only by the slaves of Mordor. He wields a warhammer in battle. I know nothing of the Black Blade, save that he hailed once from Lebanon. He is fully a thrall now, as are all Nazgûl, though it was not always so. The Golden Host cannot think to stand against these 3. It is hopeless. Sigilith ignores you, her face a mask of anger and grief. You decide to leave her be. She's quite angry, and she will break her toe if she keeps doing that. It is over, Kippen. So many have died, and still Bori languishes within the dungeons of Dol Guldur. How can we hope to fight such evil? Akardor gave his life, so that we might have time to escape. We must not forget him. It is no use, Kippen, we have failed. Let us go now inside Osgiliath, though there be little we can do now. Quite a tragic end to the negotiations, I would say.
The hidden guard has failed.
The hidden guard has failed, Kippen. Akardord is slain, Mazog is taken, and Bori remains in captivity. Sigilith is mourning with Asuriel inside Gadogar. She has asked not to be disturbed.
The main arm of the Golden Host is camped Anglehard to the east.
Perhaps it was foolish to think that treating with the enemy was possible, Kippen, but there was enough to gain that it seemed worth the attempt. It has now failed, but the forces of Dol Guldur will see the effect of betraying us beneath a flag of peace. The main arm of the Golden Host has camped in Thenglohad, a camp east of here in Gothburs. Present yourself to Ningloriel there, and she will have something a warden such as yourself could do for the benefit of the Golden Host in the next stage of the campaign. A word of warning, Ningloriel is stern, and not given to idle jest. Do not try her patience, or it will go ill for you. Alright. So I'm ready to continue east a little bit. Let me see if I can reforge before going. I'm not seeing any relic masters and all that. This is a repeatable quest, by the way.
Mind my words.
Forest Patrol, I've already done it, and this one's repeatable as well. Silken Strands, I've already done it.
Will you lend me your ear?
So,
Sweet Melon.
let me see if I have any warden items. Doesn't look like it. Let's do an ambush damage. That'd be nice. Okay. So let me get a swift travel.
What can I do for you?
So now we can stay up here. This is where I was in the previous episode, so we'll finish up some of the quests there. It's gonna be good times. Let me get on my own pony here.
We are met in time of war, though it is a war for which lasting victory may not come.
Are you here to lend your aid, Kippen? We are met in a time of war, though it is a war for which lasting victory may not come. Celeborn has started the Golden Host marching not to win the day, but as a delaying action. Even a failure here will be of some value, for the real aim of the Golden Host is to keep the attention of the enemy, and that we have for certain. I hope we will live long enough for it to be of consequence.
The orcs of Dol Guldur are being made into a dangerous fighting force.
The orcs of Dol Guldur are being made into a dangerous fighting force, Kippen, under the leadership of the ferocious Uruk commanders. A great force of the creatures are being organized into troops in several great orc camps in the northern reaches of Gothburs. Bring the fight to these camps, Burskala, Kufuzk, and Hongoi, and defeat their Uruk commanders, for without them the orcs will be less effective and the oncoming assaults must be weaker. You should also find any battle plans that you may find laying around these camps. We may learn when to expect their attack, that we brace against it. Alright. So let's go do all that. Let's go defeat some Uruk commanders. Let me take a look at the map here. Let me come out the east gate. Then I'll head north. I'm having so much fun this season. God, I love this game. It's such a good game, guys. It's ridiculous how good it is. Alright, so... I don't think that sentry does anything. I don't think I need to kill it. Let me take a look at the map real quick. I'm looking for the commanders. It's a marauder, but there's a plan here. So let me go ahead and just blast these guys. I am going to grab aggro from him, it looks like. That's fine. Alright. I need to get 5 plans. Is that the commander up there? Yes. Gonna ambush him. Dang it, I am silenced. Alright. Next up, let me go a little bit to the northeast. Get on my pony first, of course. I'll just drop down. I'll be fine. I hate the poisoners. They're pretty annoying. Gonna run up here. And hopefully... Well, you know what? Let me come down here. That way I can AoE everybody. You go to the third and final camp. A little bit to the west, it looks like, that way. Dang it, I can't jump from here, it's weird. Wonder if that's the camp right there? I don't know, but there is a quest ring in here, so let me come around and go inside. Or actually, let me just do that. Looks like an escort quest. And this is a repeatable, an ally in need. I'm pretty sure I did this one already, but just in case. You have come to help. I have tried to avoid the orcs for as long as I can, but I cannot move swiftly. If you can give me a hand, we may be able to fight our way out of here. I fear, though, that I will be of little help, for I am weak. Quickly, let us be away before they find us. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already did this one. Maybe 2 to 3 episodes ago. But I can't be sure, so. Plus, it's not that complicated of a quest. And it's along the way, so. I'll just do it. Looks like we've got a few wargs here. Come on, Mr. Warg. Really? Resisted? This guy sure is moving slow. I can understand it though, he is wounded. I should be able to make it from here the rest of the way, Kippen. My thanks. You have rescued the wounded elf. Alright, let me try to find a way in this final fortress here. Golly, I cannot find a way in. Plus, it's super dark, so I can't see anything. I'm pretty sure I just went on a giant circle. Maybe I can come in through here, though. There we go. Works for me. Is that the commander? That is just a marauder. Assuming the commander will be here at the top. Yes. Now I do need to find some orders, and I see them straight ahead. I didn't see that stupid poisoner. Dang it. Alright, perfect. Go turn the quest in. Man, it is so dark here. Okay.
You have done well to sow disarray in the camp of the orcs.
I could hear the shouts coming from the orc camps even from here, Kippen. You have done well to sow disarray in the camps of the orcs. Much of these plans are indecipherable to me, but I do recognize the word dush, meaning sorcery, and its circled area can mean only one thing. Peril for the elves lie there.
This foul craft of the enemy cannot be permitted.
According to these plans of battle, sorcerers under the tutelage of Gorthul are seeking to draw fell spirits to the service of the armies of Dol Guldur. This is not the first we've heard of this, but it supports the words of Stilthil, the Maladrim scout who passed this way when returning to Osgiliath. This foul craft of the enemy cannot be permitted. Travel south and east into the Ashen Slades and seek out Sod Doldur. Defeat any of the fell spirits and sorcerers there have already bound to their service. Defeat the students of Gorthul and seize the spell tome from which they work their evil. None of these sorcerers will have Gorthul's skill, but they will be dangerous foes. Underestimate none of the enemy's forces. Let me turn in the other quest.
What can I do for you?
One of the wounded companions made his way back here earlier, claiming that an unfamiliar hobbit helped him escape from great peril. I believe I have you to thank for this, Kippen. Well done. Every warrior you save will stand by our side when we strive against the darkness ahead. I wonder if these are some repeatables?
Mind my
No.
words, traveler.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of quests here.
Damn it.
I don't know if I've done some of these repeatable ones or not.
Mind my words, traveler.
I don't think so.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Yeah, alright, so there's a whole wave of quests here that I'm gonna have to do. Okay. And we will do some of that in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.